Hello, welcome to our video for going to France and wherever we may end up after that. We're currently in Dover at the P&O ferry ports. Lindsay's gone to get us a coffee. We've got everything prepped for the van. We've changed the wheels over, which is a good idea for anybody who does a lot of miles, because obviously the back wheels don't use a lot of tyre tread, whereas the front ones, because they do the driving and the steering, you get through them faster. So after about 20,000 miles or so, we've swapped the front to back just to get a little bit of extra life out of them. But yeah, we are going to board the ferry soon and take you to France with us and wherever else we may end up. We have arrived. Let's get the journey started. Just a short walk from the campsite we're staying at, south of Le Mans. We'll come across a nice little chateau, well, big chateau, within walking distance of the local village. Nice fountains, and believe it or not, that's all parking behind that wall. It's Sunday and everything seems to be closed. Plus it's typical French, where it's just never that busy or overcrowded. It looks spectacular, so well kept and maintained. Hi guys, I've not picked the camera up much. We're on our second site now. Going to be on here for 6 days. It's another scorching one. So the holiday started out a little bit strange. Before we set off, I've had an issue with the solar panel not charging the battery all the time. Even though we're reading voltage, I decided to track the electrics back, disconnected the main fuse box, well, opened it up and found one of the wires that actually come off. I'll insert some pictures, and it was fusing between the terminals. So very lucky we didn't have a battery fire with lithium batteries. And then just before we set off, the day we set off, we had an incident with the mirror. I'll come into the motorhome and the door was closed and the mirror is missing. Again, smashed on the floor. But you know, things happen in 3. So I suppose our next one is only the tap. So it won't kick the pump in until we hit a certain position. So something else for me to look forward to. But the site itself it's nice. We're just near the beach. A short walk down to the beach. I insert a video clip. I'll show you our pitch. It's just a typical French campsite with decent sized pitches, very what's the word, very individual, so we're not overlooked by anybody and people encroaching on ours. We've got hedges either side. We have got the toilet block just over there, so that's quite handy dandy. But we've not come too far into France this year, only just by Royan this one is, just because the weather's been so nice. We don't need to spend days on end travelling when the weather's been sort of high 20s, early 30s. So we've done it before. Last year we went to Croatia, which was amazing. The weather was fantastic. The year before we went to the south of France where the weather wasn't as good and ended up in Benidorm. Again, the weather was amazing there, but it's such a long drive. So with this one we've managed to cut the driving down and spend more time actually on sites and pretty much save more money, which is always a bonus. But I will link, well, put in the description of all these sites, maybe include the costs. Definitely recommend it, with, like I say, direct access to a beautiful beach. There's a pool on site. The entertainment leaves a lot to be desired for, but I think that's just generally French entertainment in general. We have been to other sites where they do slightly better entertainment. The only thing I would say about particularly this site and the first one, they don't really speak English. Other than the reception, we've had no English, so when we're going to the bar we really have to try our hardest, which we should do anyway. But not had a problem with it. Lindsay's just gone off to go and get us some Fritz now, so we're going to have Fritz and baguette for dinner. Right, I will leave you there and perhaps pick the camera back up in a bit. Right guys, that's it. That's the end of our 6 nights at this campsite. We've had the best of the weather. Last night, well, early hours this morning was thunderstorms and rain. Hopefully we're going to head a little bit further north now, back towards Ferryport, and the weather should hopefully pick up, fingers crossed. Typical French Intermarché. They sell literally everything. That sort of thing you can buy from Dunelm and Hobbycraft. I mean, garden selection. Only just getting, this is not even a big Intermarché. They will sell daft stuff as well, like washing machines, all sorts of appliances like that. I've got a good selection of your camping gas, lots of DIY stuff. Feels like more of a selection than back home. Right, see what else there is. Right, that's the shopping done at Intermarché. It's our first time shopping on this holiday in a week, or just over a week. About 50 English pounds, including some beer. So can't complain. It's not the biggest Intermarché, but it sold everything. The only thing I didn't see in this one was bed mattresses. Did have washing machines though. Right, get to the campsite now. We have a visitor on the pitch. I'm sure Bruno would love to come and play.